Hello there, my lovely frugal friends. It is time for our May grocery haul. We're going to have a look at what we have bought and also what we got for free in our Oleos this month. We also did a bread and butter thing, but that's on a separate video, but we will make sure that we add that amount of money to our total at the end. You can see my little friend over my shoulder, I think. There's Angel. I apologise if you can see her poorly head. She has a little bit of a sore there that we are looking after at the moment. Anyway, let's have a look at what we got for the month of May. First shop, 1st of May, £20, 56 pence. We're back on these yoghurts now because it worked out the better price. They've reduced these ones now. We're backwards and forwards. It's a good job that Chris is not particular about which ones he gets. So we got the peach and the cherry. So look at the offers. The 8-pack wasn't worth it. So these are £1.75 each, which was like 50p cheaper than the 8-pack if you buy two separate. It's the way it is. Some cottage cheese, some Flora, because I'm going to go and get some more garlic, wild garlic, and make some garlic butter for the freezer. So we've got a job lot of that. Just run out of Marmite. You've probably never seen me buy Marmite. It lasts that long. But we use, and the Vegemite was about 50p cheaper, but we use this in the sandwich meat that I make for Chris. Only like a quarter of a teaspoon, but it's just enough to give it that something extra. It's one of those things you don't add it and you notice it's not there. Some tomatoes, some cucumber, topping up on Chris's oats, some cereal, topping up on the juice and the milks that we normally get. Just done a quick Oleo collection. We've got some sesame seeded buns, some baps, and this one, it's a, what's it called? It is a pan de campagne. Looks nice and squidgy. So we're probably going to have that, I think, with some soup today. These are going to go in the freezer because we are getting short of the old bread for Chris's sandwiches. So we need to make sure that we are topping up that bread freezer at the moment. Just done an Oleo collection. This is Chris's sandwiches sorted pretty much for the week. We've got loaves of bread, we've got egg mayonnaise, and we've got salad. We've also got a couple of sneaky cauliflower cheeses, which I'll just throw in the freezer for now. We'll use those when we have a roast dinner day. That'll be quite nice. Seeded sensation bread, really good quality. So that's free lunches pretty much for the week, and with the bread for the weeks beyond. Back from Tesco's. Fanta, just so you know, is not included, but it is on a deal. It is normally £8, £4 each, but you can get two for £6.50. So that is on our treat budget. So we have spent £19.62, mostly because we bought cereal, Juicy Marbles, but reduced. I mean, it's still £6.12, but you know, it is a treat. 4 lots of vegetable soup. Now there's only 3 here, but I've already given Chris one to take to work, and we have got some Activia yogurts going on because these are the ones that are on the best price at the moment. So these are normally £2.50, but you can get them for £1.75 each, which is better than the 8-pack. It's always good to look at the prices. Tesco seem to do this thing. It's the individual packs that are the best price, and then suddenly it's the 4-pack that's the best price, and then it's the big cartons that's the best price. So we alternate between them. Right, we've been to a few different places. So where did we go first? Unicorn Grocery. So we got some Vital wheat gluten. We've got 2 packs of that to make sandwich meat with tofu. So we got some mixed herbs, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and a couple of really nice looking lemons. We spent £12.17 in there. Then we went to Lily's, which is near to Unicorn, and got their cashews, which are £4.99. Then we went into Altrincham and we got some tofu, which is £5.85 for 3 packs. On the way out, we were nipping into Tesco's to get something for the mother-in-law. Spotted this in the reduced section for 79p. So that came to £23.80. Had to go and check the calculator on my phone because I forgot. So yeah, £23.80, which is more than we like to spend in a shop, but this stuff will last us for ages. The tofu is going to last us for ages. We use 2 blocks and a cup of Vital wheat gluten to make sandwich meat. That sandwich meat lasts roughly a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks. So if we were just using this as sandwich meat, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 8 weeks worth nearly of sandwich meat just out of those 2 items alone. Back from Olio, and if you know me, you know I love my bread collections from Olio. So we've got a couple of soft white, we've got 3 of these really tender, nice looking, what they classed as Taste of Difference multi-seed farmhouse. So all I will do is I will pre-slice these and throw them in the freezer. Some granary, some purple sprouting broccoli, another white, this is a medium, those are a thick, a little bit of holy moly guacamole, which I will use part of my lunch for today, and some Warburton's breakfast muffins. Very tasty. Again, all goes in the freezer. Stops us from having to buy bread ever. Home from shopping, still living mostly out of the cupboards with what we have got stocked piled. So most of this stuff is just topping up the little bits and bobs that we use every week. So we're having a lemonade, we've got some tea, we've got Chris's milk. Remind me to take one to his work for him. I know you can't really remind me, but that's to help me remember as well. Pink Lady apples, because he's really got into apples at the moment. Have a look through though when you buy them, because some of them were really, really small. And at £2.60 for 6, I'm not buying ones that are a third less in size. So I had a good route through and found the biggest ones I could find. This was the cheapest offer on the yogurts today. £1.75 for 4, because the other ones had gone back up to normal prices. It is Proactive's turn this week, not Benecol, because they alternate between the two. I did get this, but the only reason I got this was because on Shop Me In, I can get the full amount fully cash backed. So I thought, well, I'm getting one of those if I'm getting it for free. Some baby plum tomatoes, because they were cheaper than the cherry tomatoes, and I think a little bit more flavourful. Forgot to get walnuts when we were at Unicorn Grocery last week. So I got these, but they were reduced, so not too bad. And that will help make enough walnut bread for Chris for a couple of weeks. And a cucumber, because at the moment, if you go back a little bit on this video, did you see that gorgeous bread that I got? Those really lovely multi-seed loaves. Slice that up, cucumber sandwiches with that. Oh, so tasty. So that's what we have got. That's £21.65, but I will get £1 back on that, so that's £20 and 65 pence. Really haven't got much today. Only spent £8.97. Got 2 milks for Chris, because he's still got 4 left. He's not had as much as he normally has. Got a couple of lettuces in the reduced, so 62p each. What's the head lettuce is really tasty. A granola to top up for Chris to go on top. If you don't know, he has oats, but he puts a sprinkle of granola on top just to make it a bit more exciting. So this lasts him a good couple of months. And another pack of Proactive, because it's cheaper than the Benecol. So there we go. That's all we've got so far. I have just picked up some eggs from my friend Rachel. This is the second lot of eggs I've had off her this time. I forgot to record the last lot. The last lot cost me £1.50. This lot has cost me £3. So we've got some really big eggs and some smaller ones, size comparison. She's got some new hens, so they're not laying very big eggs at the moment. So that is what we have got. So it's definitely an eggy breakfast. Okay, I've mathed the math, I've done my calculations. Not on a scrappy piece of paper like normally, on the back of an envelope this time. So there we go. So what have we spent? Little bit more than I like to, but still well within the parameters of what we would like to spend over the year. So we have spent £106.60. Obviously, what we spent at Unicorn is going to last us for a good few weeks. Now, those big bags of herbs and things that I buy from there are 100-gram bags. They are so much better value, and they're only 99p generally for, say, something like mixed herbs. Now compare that to going into Tesco's and buying one of those piffy little jars that contained maybe 10 grams of herbs for probably the same price. Definitely saves money in the long run. They are so much better to get. If you can find somewhere to buy bulk herbs and spices, definitely make the most of that. So there we go. That's what we have spent this month. We did really, really well with the bread. So we are sorted for bread for probably the next month, but I always keep an eye out on Olio for any more breads, because sometimes we'll have a few lean weeks where we don't seem to get any. So I always like to make the most of getting what I can when I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of our haul. Obviously, we are still trying to eat mostly out of our cupboards and freezer, and we have a lot of stuff in there at the moment because we've bulk purchased loads of stuff in the past from, say, Rogers Wholesale and different places like that. Plus we've got things that we got reduced. So anyway, let me know, like I say, in the comments. I will put a link to the bread and butter thing video over there if you have not seen it, and YouTube will choose you something over there to watch. Please like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We are about 11 subscribers away from 2,500, and it would be nice to get over that next little hurdle, that next little target. I mean, I know 2,500 is not massive in comparison to many other channels, but I think it's amazing for what we have done over the past couple of years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.